Welcome on into the world premiere of Mario Kart Double Dash Plus. I'm a man of many names, but for now I am known as Mr. Empty. And this is going to be more of like a pilot episode of sorts, where I'm just going to experiment how, the interactions of this video goes, and we'll see if it gets, amount of interactions that I deem pretty sufficient, then we'll pick this up and we'll make this a series. So today we're going to be playing Mario Kart Double Dash Plus. This is one of my favorite ROM hacks I've ever played. It is obviously a ROM hack for Mario Kart Double Dash, and as you can see here, is basically adding tracks from all the other Mario Kart games into Mario Kart Double Dash, and it actually works pretty good. I did stream myself playing through all the cups before, but I figured that, I don't think a couple hour long video is really that attractive to want to watch. So maybe doing one cups at a time might be a better idea. And plus, there are a lot of, rooms for being interactive with you guys watching. Like, for example, feel free to leave like a combination request in the comments below, suggesting, a character and car combination that you want to see me use, and potentially the next Grand Prix video. But since this is the first video, let's just let random decide, and hopefully they give me something interesting. Oh, alright, there we go, I got my wish. But it's Donkey Kong, and I guess that's DK's Kart and Waluigi. Now this is a pretty interesting combination and rather challenging. So yeah, this ROM hack, look at all the cups. These are all from previous Mario Kart games, and yeah, they're added on Mario Kart Double Dash. So I'm not sure how I'd organize this, because as you can see, it's not like Mario Kart Wii custom tracks where you get like the pencil cup or like the Luigi cup or whatever, or the fireball cup, the crown cup and stuff. So it's just the mushroom flower, star and special cup and the all cup tour. So I'll figure it out. But yeah, so this is gonna be the first cup. This is the mushroom cup for page 2, I guess. And yeah, this is a happy selection of courses. Nothing really too note-while, except Calamari Desert. But yeah, this is the first track, and I think in Mario Kart history, and here we go. Oh. Yeah, so Mario, really? Asshole. Yeah, look at you. Take the up. I'm sorry, Mario. So yeah, oh man. So obviously in this game, I don't think the heavyweights are really all that good. It's really all about the lightweights. But I think we'll do okay. I'm pretty experienced with this game. But even then, it's still pretty tricky. Yeah, this cup is gonna be pretty short, I think. Because this track's not very long. Yeah, Cheap Cheap Beach isn't very long. And it has a Bowser Castle from Mario Kart Super Circuit. What I also want to do, really... Oh, jeez. Oh. Alright, well, we still won. Alright, that was a pretty wacky first race. And okay, Donkey Kong. Donkey Kong's really happy that we won. Okay. So, I want to do this thing where I'm going to leave like a comment question of the day. And I think the most appropriate question for this current time being is, since this game just came out like a month ago, is what do you guys think of Mario Kart World for the Nintendo Switch 2? If you're interested in creative responses in the comment section below. I think Mario Kart World is an objectively good game. Oh crap, suicide bomb myself. But yeah, I think it's an objectively... I don't know why this... Yeah, this is Peach Beach, I just got confused. As I was saying. I think this game is really more divisive. I think there's some rumblings about, specifically the intermission courses of Mario Kart World. Not many people are big fans of them, including myself. I really dislike them. Especially how the layout of the Grand Prix are, where, you know, I like this, where you just, you know, race, you know, 3 laps. The first race in the Grand Prix is 3 laps as normal, but then, you know, the rest of the Grand Prix, you're just driving on the way to the other track. You know, it's like Toad's Turnpike and Moonview Highway the whole time, and it's really annoying. It's not really fun. And it's also not fun driving into a wall. What I'm also not really a big fan of is, like, I just never, like, conceived Mario Kart being an open world game. It just doesn't make sense. I mean, I was thinking about it, and, you know, maybe because I'm older, I don't find it really appealing that you can just drive around, like, the whole area. And I'm getting my ass kicked. Alright, well, shut the fuck up. Alright. I don't really find it appealing to drive around the whole world anymore, but that's probably because, like, growing up. Like, I remember when I was a little kid, one of my favorite things I'd like to do is play, like, not Mario Kart, because I've been doing Mario Kart. Actually, I did do it in Mario Kart. But you can do this in, there's a game called Cars Race-O-Rama for the Nintendo Wii. It's also on the other platforms of the generation. Where I would just drive around the whole, you know, the whole course and just, you know, just like, you know, go my max speed, just like run into shit, run into other people. I thought it was fun. You know, I don't know if it was because I'm autistic, you know, I just like driving around. But I had a good amount of fun, you know, just making something of nothing, really. That game wasn't all that impressive. So maybe, you know, I'm not the target, obviously I'm not the target demographic for Mario Kart World. And I guess, you know, children like the idea of driving around all the whole world and just, you know, getting involved in whatever, you know, miscellaneous chicanery they can come up with. But for me, you know, as someone who's growing up and has, you know, more important things to do, I don't really have all the time. They just went too far with it, I think. All those, like, you know, all those missions you have to do, all those things you can, like, collect. That's a lot, and I don't know, I think even the fattest of 10-year-olds kind of have better things to do than just run around looking for, you know, coins and, you know, panels and doing all, like, 400 of those missions, man. That's something that really intimidates me. I still haven't done. I only got like a couple. I kind of just was like, I don't really have time for this. I just, you know, restart all the Grand Prix and well, see, okay, look, I don't want to dog on the whole game. There's some positives, but I do really like the knockout. Well, I don't really like it because it's hard, but, like, if you want a decent watch, I suggest finding the VODs of me streaming Mario Kart World knockout tours if you're a sadist and you like to see people suffer, because it took me hours and hours to restart all the cups and 150cc airline. And they're sticklers about it, man. They're real assholes. You have to get first in every, like, lap. All 6 of them, and oh man, that was the worst part. Was when I get to the last race and then I just get hit, or we're going so fast I just mess up and then I lose. So I have to do it all over again. Yeah, that. If you guys done this, if you know, you know the pain. But yeah, I don't know, I think this is just a prime example of Nintendo just not really knowing what a happy medium is. Like, they either, like, take a game like Pokemon, Brilliant Diamond, and Shining Pearl. They don't change anything, and people hate it, because those games are flawed, which is why they made Pokemon Platinum, and that game is phenomenal. And then, you know, take a game like, you know, like the modern Paper Mario games. You know, take Mario Kart Splash and Sticker Star, and even Super Paper Mario. But Super Paper Mario is a little different, because that game's actually good. But look at the modern Paper Mario games. It's almost like unrecognizable to, you know, classics like Bowser's Door and 64, where, you know, battling is just useless. Why the hell would you battle? It just hurts you more than it helps you. Like, if you just get the bare basics of the game, then why battle? You just avoid all the enemies, and that's pretty stupid for a JRPG. Nintendo, I guess these days, just doesn't understand. They either change it too much or they don't do any changes. I think this game is actually a pretty good example of a happy medium, if you ask me. Like, they changed the game, they moved it forward, they put something like, you know, like they give you the idea of two people in a cart, and it works. You know, the game's different, but it's not too different. I'm saying it's still Mario Kart. It's still a good Mario Kart experience. You know, it's not like, if you want the, you know, the layout is still the same. You still have, you know, 4 cups, you know, Grand Prix. They just made it a little different, but it's not too different. Like, yes, drifting's a little bit wacky, but you still, you know, on the grand scheme of things, it's still, you know, classic Mario Kart. Just, you know, with a tiny twist. This is not a tiny twist. They just changed the layout, like what I said with the Grand Prix. And it's not a positive change in my opinion. And maybe I'm wrong. Maybe some of you guys out there, maybe you like a change. We'll see. I'll read the comments if people choose to give me their opinion on Mario Kart World. And we'll see. But again, you know, I guess this game is pretty divisive. I've heard more or less mixed opinions on it, but even then, you know, if somebody says, you know, something about Mario Kart that, you know, you don't agree with, keep it civil. Or, you know, better yet, if you just find a comment that, you know, they just keep scrolling. Or who cares? I'm sure everybody watching here has better things to do than get mad at a complete stranger over their opinion on Mario Kart. I mean, come on, guys. It's not that deep. Alright, yeah, this combination is almost deliberately just transmitted by file blocks. Yeah, that would have been pretty funny. Yeah, I am not. This is a little lackluster of a first Grand Prix, I'll say. Because these cups aren't really that exciting. Not these cups, this cup in particular isn't all that exciting. It's a Bowser Castle and Mario Kart Super Circuit. I don't really like Mario Kart Super Circuit that much. I know a friend that really likes this game. It's really more nostalgic because how the hell do you get nostalgic over this? Or you think this is good? What the hell? Or Bowser Castle, it's the same problem with Super Mario Kart. I don't hear anyone rave about that game, and you know, that game is the first. But yeah, look, that does it. We're done already. And yeah. So that was the first Mario Kart World. Not Mario Kart World, Mario Kart Double Dash Plus. I'm all over the place with all these Mario Kart games, but yeah, that's the first, just like I said, it's the pilot of Mario Kart Double Dash Plus. We'll see how this goes, and hopefully we'll pick this up. I'm not sure how often I want to do these videos, but semi-regularly. So make sure you remember to leave your comment, answer the comment question of the day. What do you think of Mario Kart World? Leave your interesting, creative responses in the comments below. And also, what character and card combination should I use in the next Grand Prix? Alright, and that's all I've got. I'm gonna get back to playing Animal Crossing New Leaf on my Nintendo 3DS. Alright guys, take care.